Hello, and welcome back to the Florida Blue Insights Lounge. I'm Sharon LaShore-Roy, the Florida Blue Social Media Manager. Today, we are here at the 2015 Sapphire Awards and Symposium with some exciting guests, and we have with us right now is Penny Shaffer, the South Florida Market President for Florida Blue. Welcome,
Hey.
Penny.
Great to be here.
Okay, we're going to talk a little bit about the fact that the Sapphire Awards, first time in 10 years in South Florida. What do you think that means to you and the community here?
Well, it's an amazing opportunity for us to celebrate the 10-year anniversary of the Sapphire Awards and to host the foundation here and all of the participants of the symposium.
Oh, wonderful. I think we talk about symposium. We chatted a little bit earlier about why that has been important to add that, so it's more than an award show. What do you think that means to the nonprofit and other organizations that participate?
You know, it's an amazing information sharing. It's an opportunity for education. There'll be so many quotes that'll come out of this symposium of the things that people are learning as they go. And so multiple breakout sessions going on, really attempts to get to the interests of anybody who's attending, from nonprofits to healthcare professionals to other funding agencies. And I've seen all of those in attendance.
You know, what's so fascinating, we had Patty Lanier from Spark a little earlier, and she talked about one of her favorite Sapphire memories was the fact that there were people here that have the same passion as she did and her organization into helping communities. I know this year's theme is Keeping Florida, Healthier Florida. How do you think that happens on a tactical level here in South Florida?
Well, I will tell you that there's a lot of connections that get made, certainly at a conference like this. There aren't too many that actually bring the participants together very often, and so for South Florida, whether we travel to Sapphire or whether they get the opportunity to come here, it gives them a chance to link with each other, learn some more things, learn ways to collaborate. We have over 6,000 nonprofits registered in the South Florida area, and we encourage them to find ways to collaborate. In many cases, this symposium helps them find each other and start that collaboration.
What's so nice about that collaboration we heard last night, 40% of the participants are from South Florida. So
we've got a good turnout. I'm feeling good about the turnout.
It's really good. I know when we talk about the work that you do here in South Florida, you talk a lot about accessibility to healthcare and affordability. How does that help support the foundation's efforts?
Sure. When you think about creating healthier communities, there's a broad spectrum of things that you can work on that help create a healthier community. Certainly it's about access to care, and certainly it's about putting together the relationships that we have that bring affordable care, that create capacity. We've had the opportunity to help organizations bring mobile units into the community, to bring healthcare closer to our community. We had the opportunity, as we said, to get people to collaborate and really make the dollars go farther because of that collaboration. And it's one of the things that we try to do every day. But I will tell you, most recently, it's been about getting the trusted voice in the community to become a partner of ours, where we are the trusted voice about health insurance and healthcare reform. So if you think about organizations in the community like Saint-La, where 300,000 Haitians look to them for advice on everything from language to banking to taxes to jobs, everything that they need to become a U.S. citizen eventually and to participate in our economy here. The thing that they didn't know about was health insurance and healthcare reform. So we've become the trusted voice to that community trusted voice. We have about 6 or 7 organizations that reach probably, I'll say, somewhere around 2 million people in this community through that trusted voice to a trusted voice approach. And it really does make a difference at a tactical level.
It seems pretty cool, especially the trusted voice. To know that there are a few finalists that are trusted voices for their community, like the Farm Workers Inc. and the Miami Lighthouse for the Blind and Visually Impaired, organizations that really are working in the community that I know that you've established relationships with. You know, as we talk about the Sapphire Awards, you've been on the board for the foundation. What are some of your favorite memories?
You know, first of all, moving to a symposium was a rewarding time because you really got to see the engagement increase. But I think probably as an individual moment, a few years ago, they brought all of the mobile units that were with organizations that we've supported. So you had this lineup of mobile units that were mobile mammograms, dental services, vision services, And that was the exhibitor pod, was to go onto those vans and see the kind of work that really is not just in the community, but being brought to the community where they are. That was pretty rewarding.
I was going to say that's probably pretty powerful too when you think, because especially if you're going around, I know you go around the state and even in South Florida, talking about accessibility to healthcare, talk about bringing it to them. Those mobile units really, bring it right to where people are. I know that you're a big proponent on community organizations and how important, that is in working with them. And you talked a lot about relationships. How important have those relationships been for you, Penny?
Well, certainly it's an important part of my day-to-day life. I worked for 26 years for a very large organization, retired probably a little prematurely, but I retired from that organization. And really that, from retire to rewire to rehire, the rehire for me had to be a place of purpose, a place where I felt like I can continue to make a difference in the community as well as make a difference for the company. And Florida Blue, at that time Blue Cross Blue Shield of Florida, represented that. A not-for-profit company focused on the health of the community through commercial and philanthropic means. It was a perfect place for me to land.
I love that. I love that whole purpose. And I know we like to call your words of wisdom pennyisms. Some of them are my favorite, and I'm not sharing secrets because I use them on some people, so I won't do it. But I just love the fact that you are a mentor in the community and at Florida Blue. So I thank you for that. And I thank you for spending time with us in the Insights Lounge. It's been a pleasure. So thank you very much for joining us in this session of the Florida Blue Insights Lounge at the 2015 Sapphire Awards. Please join us again for some more intriguing conversations with our speakers and leaders of the community. Thank you.
Thank you.